Uh, Let the children play. That was quite trippy, that, wasn't it? You join me in Dumfries near the high school. There's a man from BT working on the telegraph pole. We've got a couple of kids playing in the snow, and I was saying that was quite good there. I went live, right, and then I did 3 YouTube videos, and they were all in the same vein of what we were talking about was essentially how to unleash the beast, how to have a mini tantrum in order to summon the energy, to summon the physical energy, the mind energy, the spiritual energy, in order to manifest a great physical performance. The thing about that is, though, we're a little bit premature because we're only 10:30 in the morning, and we're doing the workout tonight after dinner, so we're a little bit premature. So it's kind of like a pre-tantrum, but that's not a bad thing because it's a kind of like a pre-tantrum warm-up or something. Back in my marathon running days, right? I learned this. What you would do is the runners. It's a thing that they do. They do 2 workouts a day, right? So what they do is, they do one in the morning, very, very easy tempo, and then that loosens the muscles off, and then in the evening you can go for it. That's essentially what we're doing now. I'm just so excited about tonight's warm-up. I don't know what to do with myself. It's like, essentially I can feel that we're going to make personal history tonight. That's not a bad thing to celebrate on the 15th or 16th of January. We're only midway through January. And I'm like, I'm going to make personal history, and I've even been training that much. It's really quite good, isn't it? It's going to be difficult. Yes, it's going to be difficult, but it'll be worth it. It's basically, we're setting an intention. That's what we're doing. We're setting an intention. We're basically saying, look, this is what we're doing this year. There's no fucking about. You're basically, how does it feel? You're basically witness to that right now. You're witness to me on this snowy day in Dumfries, right? You're witness to me on this day preparing for a serious assault. A serious assault. Like basically the hardest workout I've done this year so far, and like I say, that's going to set the tone for the year. No fucking about. It's going to be difficult. Like, hard workouts are not for the faint-hearted. It requires a degree of, as I say, you've got to summon quite a lot of aggression. And if it's no there, if you can feel it's not really quite there, you've got to kind of manufacture it in a way. And that's quite a difficult thing to do. But as I said before, if it was easy, everybody would be doing it, wouldn't they? I mean, It's not easy. I can feel, one of the things that I said before is you got to know how you feel. You got to know how you feel. If you feel you're you know, you feel like you're ready to do something, one of the things that they say about what marks, like, you know, learn from the greats, right? What they say is when you learn from the champions, you know, learn from that champion spirit. And one of the things that the champion spirit, one of the things that's embodied in the champion spirit is the ability to pull a great performance out of the bag when you're not feeling at your best. So, you know, and that's kind of where the tantrum comes in. You're like, you know, back when I used to work at the restaurant, you'd wake up in the morning. Some days you would feel like really bad. You wouldn't feel very good. And then those days would end up being the best days. That speaks to my point, doesn't it? That the ability to pull out a great performance, whether it be at work or in a creative project or in an athletic project or anything like that, just in life in general, if you're able to pull out of the bag a high degree of quality in what you're doing, a high degree of workload in what you're doing when you're not feeling at your best, well, that's a skill in and of itself, you know. And so one of the things that I said after I did the national gravel championship, I said to someone, I said, I feel like I've just aged 10 years just in that couple of hours of that race. Because I likened it to war, didn't I? Like one of them, I was likening it to war. I was saying, you know, it was like charging through an army of men through a cloud of gunpowder smoke. The men littering the side of the road. You know, their hopes and dreams in tatters, you know. That kind of thing. It was like, it was some serious living just in a couple of 2.5 hours or 3 hours, that one was. A 3-hour race. And one of the things I was talking about in the previous one was talking about when we're in January and you don't have many races, so what you want to do is replicate that. So that's what we're basically doing tonight. We're replicating, you know, elevating ourselves to a higher place. Imagine, you know what I mean? We're only in January and I'm already in fight mode. And basically, this is what I'm doing just now. I'm preparing for an assault on a pretty hard workout tonight. So we're going to fight tonight. We're going to I went to the kickboxing the other week, and that was kind of like using muscles that I hadn't used before and everything, right? And I hadn't done it before, but just turning up with a good attitude and the right mentality. I turned up there, and we did quite well. It was an assault. On the bag, if you like. We gave the bag a good punch and a good kick, and we put full effort into it. I was quite out of breath. I thought to myself, you know, that's kind of like what I'm doing tonight. It's like, it's not a competition level, but if you can, you know, the power of the imagination, you can make a workout, make it like it is a race. you know, and that'll set the tone for the year. So it strengthens the mind. It strengthens it, and the thing is, what's quite good is my mind's already quite strong because I've done a couple of weeks of pretty consistent training there. So tonight, I think it's we're going to use that strong mind that I have and the focus in order to put in a good performance, and it's really quite exciting. I mean, if you can get excited about just doing a solo indoor workout when no one's around, imagine how excited they'll be when I turn up for a race. You know, there's a race this month, the end of the month, and basically what I'm saying is we're trying to get in beast mode. We're only in halfway through January, and I'm already in beast mode. You know, we're gonna, bring on the pain. Bring on the pain. That's what it is. Bring on the pain tonight. That's what it is. Bring on the fucking pain. Come on. Bring it on. We're gonna mete out some pain. Like, if we compare the workout that I'm gonna do tonight to the workout I did at the kickboxing, this is way tougher. Way tougher. If we could take it back to what Guy Martin said. Guy Martin said, right, and he should know. He goes, yeah, cyclists are the toughest. It's the toughest out of any of these sports. MMA and punching somebody in it, so what? I can take a punch quite easily, big deal. The cardio training that's involved in cycling is way up there in terms of the toughness required to put in some of these training sessions. I mean, even boxers wouldn't suffer. It's tougher. It's basically putting it in the big gear. It hurts, and you put it in the biggest gear, and you're pounding that big gear. So it's akin to weight training. But the thing about weight training is, I've done a bit of weight training before, and it's easier. Weight training's easier. Because you're only when you're lifting a bench pressing something, you're only doing it for 5 seconds. It's just like a quick, it's just like it hurts when you're lifting it, but I mean, so what? I mean, pounding the big gear for 5 minutes or 2 minutes well above your threshold rate, that is tougher. That is tougher than lifting a few weights. Let's not say tougher, it's different. Let's put it this way. Lifting weights isn't tougher than some of the fucking training I'll be doing on that indoor trainer, so I'm building myself up for it. So it's going to be really quite good tonight. We're going to put in a big effort, and that's setting the tone for the year. Because I think I was looking back at the previous, what I was doing last year on the Strava. I looked back and I was like, these 2-3 weeks, I wasn't doing anything near what I'm doing now. So I'm already ahead of the game, so if I put a big workout in tonight, we're going to be so ahead of the game. So that's what it is. Like I said before, just too much discipline, too much discipline, too much focus. It's not even funny. It's not even funny how good I'm going to be, because I'm already at a good level. So that's what it is. That's it. Aye.